Y'all, today I woke up to an email from Bullock, basically giving me all the instructions of what I need to do before I arrive at Bullock. We're gonna have a meet and greet on January 5th when I first get there. It's gonna be about 2 hours where we're gonna be introduced to our instructors and stuff, where we're gonna meet everybody who's in our Bullock class, where we're gonna get our hotels and stuff like that. And they listed off a packing list, a checklist of stuff that we need to do before we get there, and they even told us all the physical requirements that we're going to have to do while we're there as well, and told us to, you know, prepare and stay fit beforehand. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all, I have not been working out as much as I should have. So I go to PT and everything like that, but I feel like I should be doing more rigorous stuff. So starting today, as soon as I woke up and I saw the email, I was like, oh shit, like, let me really get my shit together. I literally have 32 days until I go to Bullock, and that's more than enough time to really get my shit together, to be able to improve my physical fitness, definitely my run time, and just a bunch of other stuff. Like my thighs, I need to really work on my thighs, because during the sprint jack carry, my thighs be burning, and that's just basically a portion of the test that we have to take for our physical fitness test. And me being so small, it's like all the smaller people, they either run fast and are able to do all the other stuff except for be good at like the deadlift and the sprint drag carry. And the sprint drag carry be killing me, like it be killing me. I'm not gonna sit here and cap y'all. I woke up and I realized that I haven't really been packing as much as I should. Like, it's December 4th and a lot of stuff was still on my walls. Like right now my room looks a mess because I'm sitting here getting stuff together, I'm reorganizing stuff, I'm basically packing my stuff up. And I decided to take everything off of my walls today, because except for my long mirror that I have in order to show what I look like, but those hats are coming down as well. But y'all, like, looking at my walls and looking how bare they are, like, I'm gonna share out this environment that I'm in right now. Don't judge, because like I said, I already said my room looks a mess, but this is a hot fucking mess. Like, everything is motherfucking everywhere. Everything's off the wall. A lot of stuff in my bed that I took down. I took down a lot of the decorations that I have. I'm trying to really reorganize everything. So this is how my room looks right now. Jesus Christ. I got some stuff over here that I'm organizing that I took out the closet. So I'm in packing mode. I'm in packing mode to really get this stuff together, because after my commissioning ceremony, the only thing that I want to do after commissioning is to celebrate with my family, to really just spend as much time with my friends, my family, to enjoy myself before I go off to Bullock. Because I know that in between going from Bullock to Germany, the most important thing that I should be worried about is getting over there to Germany, you know, worrying about my family and shipping my stuff over to Germany, and just worrying about my next position in life, which is XO, executive officer. But I just really wanted to give myself the time to really spend as much time as I could with my family, and that requires me to be able to pack up all my stuff early, because even though it is December 4th and I don't leave here until like December 29th, December 30th, around that time, right before New Year's, this is still a lot of stuff that is not packed up. And if I want to be able to sit here and celebrate with my friends and family, I'm gonna have to start getting stuff together. So that's what I did. I took everything off my walls except for the hats and stuff like that over there. Like, my wall is bare. Like, in other videos y'all have seen like all this stuff on my wall. I have to get somebody to take down this TV. Stuff is getting so real and it's so crazy. And I was sitting here just taking everything down, and I got really emotional, because it's like, wow, like, I have been in this apartment for a good amount of time. I've been in this apartment for three out of the 5 years that I've been here. And it's been a journey. It has really been a journey. Like, always moving around my room, always just switching it up, moving from different apartment complexes. It just really made me sit on the floor and just think about everything, and it was really making me really emotional, because it's like, damn, like, I'm about to leave. Like, this is really the next stepping stone in my life. And it wasn't that I was sad, it was just, I was sad, but I was really happy in that moment, because it's like, wow, like, this is it. This is it. Like, this is it right here. Like, you're packing up right now. You're packing up right now. Like, damn. Like, y'all, this is a crazy ass experience. Like, the feeling of, you know, every person who has been in this room, all my friends, all my families, past lovers, like, it just, it's like I have grown so much from when I first got into this apartment versus where I am now. And the feeling of leaving this apartment is, it fills me with such bliss, such happiness, but also like the sadness of like leaving all my friends and my family behind, because I will be going to live in a whole nother country with people who I don't speak the same language as, to experience their holidays, their way of life, and to not be able to really celebrate certain things here with my family for a certain amount of time, a long time at that. Like, I'm only 3 hours away from Atlanta, so to sit here and go all the way across the country is another experience. It's a otherworldly feeling. Like, I could just sit here 3 hours from Atlanta, I can catch a Greyhound and go, you know, visit my family. I could drive 3 hours, I can catch an hour flight to Atlanta. But from here to Germany, it's like 18 hours, 18-hour flight. So if I want to see my family, they'll have to come fly to me, or I have to come fly to them, or we all meet somewhere. So this time that I have right now, that I have left, the little bit of time that I have left with my family, I want to be able to spend as much time with them as possible. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get my new car, so that I can visit them as much as I can before I leave, because this is so otherworldly, bro. Like, I feel so happy, I feel so sad, I feel really grateful. Fuck. Damn, this is an experience. This is an experience. This is a roller coaster. And I'm glad that I'm really preparing myself now to pack up all my stuff, because I'm very type A when it comes to certain stuff like this. And if you guys really don't know what type A is kind of like someone who's rigid. They're more about like getting stuff done on time, ahead of time. But I'm very type B with like having fun with my friends and family. But I just like to be really prepared for things. So, god damn, this candy stuck in my teeth, y'all, sorry. I like to be really prepared for things. So this is me preparing for the next step, the next move. I'm looking at all the stuff that I have inside of these boxes and these containers, and I realized that I have to get rid of a lot of stuff. And the crazy thing is, I've already gotten rid of a lot of stuff. So it really makes me look at like, dang girl, like you be hoarding some stuff, you know, like you be keeping stuff around that you really don't need sometimes. And I'm really, really grateful and glad that I was able to get everything, that I was able to think ahead, because if I wouldn't have, you know, cleaned out most of my stuff a few months ago in the summertime, let me tell y'all, this room will be a lot more junkier than it is right now, because I got rid of so many clothes, I got rid of so many like just books and stuff that I had on my shelf. Like, I have a few books that I have to get rid of, but I'm gonna pack up my bookshelf sooner than later. Like, when I tell y'all, I want to be 100% prepared. I want to be 100% prepared. When I freaking commission, the only thing I want to have to do is put putty in these holes that I have, which I'm gonna do that beforehand, and just paint the walls over and just deep clean this whole entire room. Like, oh my god, y'all, this is so unreal, but it's here. It is literally here. I am about to graduate officially and really get my degree and be able to have my degree in my hands, to put it inside my frame, to really say that I did that shit. I did that shit. It's on the way. We 13 days away. Hey, 13 days away. 13 days away. it is such a, I'm grateful, because I'm not gonna lie, at some point in my life I didn't think that I would get here. I didn't think that I would be graduating, and I'm pretty sure most of us college students have that thought, like, am I really gonna make it through this shit? Like, this shit is so hard. Like, damn. Like, I remember a few times thinking, like, is this shit even worth it? You know, like, and sitting here at the end of it all, after having those thoughts for so long, like, when I mean so long, like throughout my time in college, like having it so many times throughout college, just being like, am I gonna make it? Like, am I really gonna make it? Like, you know, most people in my area, they don't make it. Like, am I gonna be able to make it? And me sitting there changing my mindset and believing in myself and just letting myself know, like, pushing those negative thoughts out and being like, bitch, you got this, girl, please. You don't think you got this? You got this. And I would literally talk myself and motivate myself through a lot of things. And that's where that positivity really came from. It came from just believing in myself when I didn't believe in myself. It was really faking the funk until I actually believed it. And I do believe it now. I know, because it's literally 2 weeks away. Like, Fairyland, you did it. What the fuck? Y'all, I did it. Like, I'm sitting here getting emails about, you know, going to Bullock. I'm sitting here waking up to the emails, freaking taking my stuff down off my walls and stuff. Like, this is a crazy ass feeling. I'm literally cleaning out my room right now. Like, y'all, this is crazy. This is really crazy. And one thing, oh, okay, there was this thing that happened earlier too that I have to tell y'all about. Like, okay, so I have a friend. Here, and my friend, like, we hung out a lot in the summertime. We still hang out every once in a while, but my friend, I was like constantly late sometimes. Like, meaning I'd be like, I'm on the way, but I wouldn't really be on the way. I would be like 10 minutes out, or, you know, we lived in the same neighborhood, so I would like walk to their house or whatever. And I realized that I need to improve on my communication skills, where I'm gonna get into it. So basically what happened today was my friend, I called him and I asked him about these little dumbbells that he had in his room, and I asked him, could I, you know, borrow those 25-pound dumbbells, because like I told y'all, I haven't been working out as much as I should have been throughout the duration of being here, because I've just been trying to be so focused on trying to graduate. But that's just an excuse that I just made up, honestly, because I could have done more than what I had done before. So I really just checked myself right in the middle of actually talking and been like, bitch, please, you know damn well you could have sat there and got more work in when you was watching that movie, or when you was out hanging with those friends. You could have been in the gym working out. But this is the result, me having to hurry up and rush to sit here and get ready for the next step. Like, that's one thing that I slacked on. I slacked on working out more than I should have, honestly. Everything else I've been on my shit about, but I really slacked on working out. Like, I'm not completely 100% out of shape, but I'm not in a position where if I go to Bullock, I'll be like, oh, I got this. I'm sitting here now having to worry about the fact that, you know, wow, like, I'm having some doubts about my physical fitness. And, you know, sometimes things are mental, and you can push yourself as much as you can, but your body is only so, your body can only handle so much. And in order to be prepared for that, I have to really work out. So I caught myself in the middle of that. But anyway, going back to the original story, I asked my friend for those 2 dumbbells, 25-pound dumbbells, because I was trying to get my shit together with working out. And he said, can't you just do your workout here when you come over here? And I was like, nah, because, like, you know, I don't know if you're gonna be reliable to answer the phone when I need to, because I'm trying to work out every day. So he was like, okay, bet, like, I'll bring it over in about 30 minutes. So I'm on the phone with my sister, and I'm sitting here like, bruh, where is this man? Like, this man is nowhere to be found. Like, what the fuck? Where the hell is he? And it's been like an hour and 30 minutes by this time. So I'm sitting here and I texted, and I was like, 30 minutes my ass. And he was like, I'm on the way. But by this time, I was really aggravated. I was really irritated, because I realized that he does that a lot. He'll be like, okay, he'll say something, like I'll tell him about something and he'll be like, okay, bet, like I'm about to I'll come get it later, or you know, I'll come get it in this amount of time. And when he would say that, he wouldn't really stick to what he said. And I realized that I played a part in him consistently doing that, because I didn't check him whenever he would do it. I didn't check him every single time. Like, I would do it sometimes, but I didn't do it every single time. And what I mean by that is, like, today I checked him and I was like 30 minutes my ass was me letting him know, like, bruh, 30 minutes has been up, you're late. But any other time when he'll be like I'll, like, for my friends, I'll make some food or something like that and they'll come over and get some, and he'll be the one person who wouldn't like come over and get some. And instead of like texting him and letting him know, like, are you still gonna come get it, you say you were gonna get it, da da da, or you know, like making a slightly smart comment that I made earlier about like, yeah, 30 minutes my ass, I would just intentionally in the back of my head be like, oh, he's doing that thing again where he just doesn't come get it when he said he's gonna get it. And what that did was allowed him to keep continuously doing it over and over again, because I didn't put it in his head consciously that I knew that he was doing it. So what I mean by that is, like I said in the beginning of me having this conversation, whenever I would go over his house, sometimes I would be late and he would always check me on it. He'll always be like, bruh, come on, like you were late, you said you were going to be here in 5 minutes, it's 20 minutes ago, or it's 10 minutes. And he would always check me, and him checking me and him literally every single time I did it, he would say something about it every single time. And for me, I wouldn't find it as nagging. I would find it as like him getting on my ass about doing the thing that I said that I would do. And what that did was that really unconsciously made me get my shit together. Like now, whenever I tell him like I'm on the way, I'm literally on the way, because I found that, like, me personally, I don't like when people tell me that they're gonna do something and they don't do it. And in that moment with me doing the same thing to him, I was being a hypocrite. And I didn't like that I was being a hypocrite, because my mom, she used to do the same thing to us when I was younger, and that's why it bothers me so much when other people do it. So for me to sit there and be a hypocrite to him, it really made me get my shit together, because of the fact that he was allowing me grace to really improve my actions. And I realized that I haven't been giving him the same grace that he was giving me, because I wasn't allowing him to consciously be aware of what he was doing every single time he did it, because I would just unconsciously in the back of my head just be like, oh, you know, that's just how he is. He, you know, says he's gonna do something and he doesn't do it. And what I realized is that that's not good. Like, why are you sitting here accepting that your friend does that? Like, why are you, this is me talking to myself. Like, I was like, why are you sitting here accepting that your friend does that? Why are you not letting them know every single time they do it? And it's partially because I just got sick and tired of saying it, but at the same time, it's like, he gave you the grace. Why are you not giving him the same grace that he gave you? And I was like, damn, like when I checked him on it today, I was like, you do this a lot. Like, you know, you be doing this a lot, where you'll tell me something and then you'll not do it, or you'll not come, or you'll come late or something like that. And he was like, when? And in that moment when he said when, I realized that I haven't been properly communicating with him to let him know every single time he does it the same way that he was doing it for me. And that put some of the blame on me too, because not only is the blame on him for not coming within the time period that he said he would come, but it's on me for allowing all the other past times that he had done it to slip by and not, you know, check him about it. Because now he's like, what are you talking about every other time? He doesn't consciously remember, because I didn't consciously let him know, like, bro, you said you were gonna do this and you didn't do it. I just let it slide, and I just, you know, made it seem as though he was that type of person, when in reality he just needed the grace to really, you know, he just needed somebody to tell him about himself. And I wasn't telling him about himself like he was telling me about myself when I was in the same position as him. And yeah, so when he asked me when, I brung up the time period now. But then I thought in my head, I was like, even if I do bring up all the other times, he's probably not going to remember, because it's just a passing moment in life, in his life. Like, he probably has other stuff that he was worried about. And I was like, because I didn't, you know, put the responsibility on myself to speak up for myself whenever he did that, he's probably not going to remember that situation. He's probably going to be like, you're making it up. And I was like, this is so useless to even say it. So I was just like, you know what, never mind. And then we kind of parted ways. But I realized, like, after the whole situation happened and I called my sister back and I was, you know, expressing how upset I was that, you know, he did this and he always does this, I caught myself because I realized that I am at fault as well. I'm at fault because I didn't consciously let my friend know whenever he was doing something that I didn't like. And that was wrong, to just assume that, oh, this is just how he is. He's just this type of person. Even though it was continuously happening, when, you know, he gave me the same grace to get my shit together, which I have got my shit together now. You know, whenever I say I'm on the way, I'm actually on the way. Whenever I say, you know, I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes, I actually be there in 5 or so minutes. And I was like, damn, like I was really hard on him, because for me to sit here and not, you know, consciously put this stuff in his head, I'm not saying that, you know, he's not at fault, because he is at fault for, you know, making me wait more than the time period that he said he would. Don't get me wrong on that. I'm not taking the whole entire blame. But I am saying that I was a little bit too harsh on him, the way I spoke to him, you know, the way, you know, I was to him when he did come and give me the dumbbells, because he gave me grace when I needed it the most. And right now, he needs the same type of grace, because I'm at fault for not voicing my opinion when it mattered the most. So now I have to sit here and go apologize to my friend for how I acted to him, because I didn't give him the same grace whenever, you know, basically the same thing I'm saying over and over again, just in a different terminology. I have to go apologize to my friend and basically explain everything that I've realized in this moment while on the phone with my sister and while talking to you guys, the same thing now, so that everything can be clear, that communication can be clear, because sometimes things are fixable with communication. Like sometimes all you need to do is communicate to that person how you feel so that they can fix it. Because with him, he communicated to me that, you know, he didn't like when I was late, or, you know, he didn't like how I would tell him a certain time period and I would be like 20 minutes late or so. And that made me feel a type of way, because it's like, damn, like I understand that, because I don't like that either. So I was able to get my shit together and fix that. But I didn't give him the conscious understanding as well. So it's only right that I go apologize for being as harsh as I was to him, and to really communicate how I feel now and how I want us to move forward. Because he was kind of annoyed as well with it. He seemed kind of confused on what I was saying, and I understand why he felt confused, because there was no prior communication on what I was talking about. So in his mind, he's confused on, you know, he's just late this one time. But in my mind, I'm sitting here thinking about all the other times that he hadn't fucking been late, and I'm annoyed as hell, because it's like, bro, I'm so sick and tired of this shit. Like, you should have let me know something, or da-da-da. But, you know, time passed him by and he said it. He was just like, you know, I lost track of time, you know, I was doing something. And he deserves the same amount of grace that I was given when I was in his position, just as much as, you know, any other person. So sometimes whenever somebody is doing something and you're not always telling them about it, and what I mean by always telling them about it, it's like, we're humans. You'll tell somebody something one time and they might forget later on down the line. Like, yeah, I've done it before too. But sometimes some people, everybody is different. They need to hear it a few times probably in order to really get it in their head. They need to, you know, be reprimanded a few times. Like, you know, sometimes it takes people a certain amount of times to learn a certain lesson, and you're no different. You have not been an angel every single time where you've gotten something the first time that somebody has told you. And if you have, kudos to you. But we are all human, and we deserve the grace of being able to be told multiple times of something, because, you know, that situation or that little instance might be our instance where we need the opportunity to be told multiple times to get something together before we actually look at ourselves a different way and be like, damn, like I really do need to get my shit together. So I guess one thing that I say is give your friends grace and really look at how you possibly play a role in the situation that's happening currently right now, because I was able to really find that, and now I'm about to go sit here and apologize to my friend because in the moment of me actually expressing how I felt to him at the time, I was upset, I was mad, I, you know, was annoyed, and I wasn't able to really express wholeheartedly how I felt the way I am now on camera. So hopefully I'm able to articulate myself better to him than I was to y'all, because I felt like I was going back and forth jibber jabbering and not properly saying it. But I hope y'all are able to understand what I mean when I say this. But yeah, sometimes give people grace, because you deserve grace too. You want that grace whenever you're fucking up multiple times. So why should somebody else get the same amount of grace? Now, I understand if you are clearly communicating to them and, you know, you are letting them know whenever they do it. Don't think about it as like nagging, because that's what I was unconsciously thinking. I was thinking like, oh, he's gonna think that I'm nagging him. But if they tell you something and they don't do it, it's not nagging. It's just you pointing out something that they didn't do that they said that they would. So yeah, that's what today's video is about. Today's video, yeah, break it down. Basically, it was about me expressing how I felt about moving out and everything like that, and how the email made me feel like I wasn't really working out. Me trying to be aware of everything that I do, and me recognizing when I fuck up in certain situations that occur throughout my life. So yeah, I just, you know, try to improve your communication. Nobody is perfect. We're all human. We're all improving every single day, and it's okay to fuck up. And I fucked up because of the way that I treated my friend and the way that I came at him, and I need to go apologize to him, because that wasn't right of me to come at him like that. Yeah, so I'm about to go apologize to him and really communicate how I feel in order for us to really move along and on a good route.